Pharaoh, A New Era, the remaster of one of my favorite game of all time is out. Since the 15th of February 2023, you can play the game, you can find it on Steam and many other places. And no, it's not just about a new visual style that you can see on the screen, there are many other changes. If you don't know Pharaoh at all, this is a classic city builder similar to Caesar 3. You place houses, you need to provide water, food, entertainment, and more resources, different types of food, different pottery, beer, many things to your people so that the houses get bigger, get better, provide you tax, and there's also a military aspect. In Pharaoh, A New Era, you will have access to 53 missions, so we're talking hundreds of hours of gameplay. These 53 missions are part of a campaign, but you can also select and play every single mission that you want. There's also a sandbox mode, and on top of that, they will release soon a map editor, so you can start creating yourself your own maps. Now let's start talking about the changes. Of course, the visual have changed. Some people don't love this new art style, but you can definitely see that the quality is a lot better. All of the buildings have been redrawn. They have a lot of details, right? On top of the graphics, the UI are also been reworked to be a bit more modern. On the right side, you'll see all of your buildings that you can build. And on the left side, this is more about your notification, your overlays, your overseas, that are sort of your statistic menus, things like this. Then there are a lot of small changes, like the fact that you can rotate buildings now. Even if you cannot rotate the map, you can rotate the buildings. You have a lot more tooltips to help you. For example, over here you can see the green and red points. This is where the worker from the building will exit the building and enter back into the building. Right? So it helps you to predict where your people are going to walk, because this is a game based on worker. This is a worker system based where every single building spawns a worker, and this worker will walk around the road and provide its services, for example, a service of water or service of food along the road. You have a huge encyclopedia, both in terms of sort of the historic element, also in terms of gameplay, in-game help, but you will also get a lot of great tooltips to teach you the game. Then there's of course graphical, audio, and key binding options. In particular, key binding, that's a great one to see, but also in terms of gameplay, they have added in many things. For example, the recruiter system. In the historical game, it was based on recruiters, which is, it's a recruiter that spawns from the building and needs to find a house. But if you prefer, you could choose the easier option of global labor pool, where every building that has access to a road will have workforce, as long as you have workforce in your city, of course. Similarly, the worker population, historically, there was a complex age simulation. Your people join your city, they have a certain age, and then they grow older, right? Every single year they grow older, and only population between 20 and 49 years old can work, right? The other ones are too young or too old to work, and therefore this was creating complexity really in how to manage your cities. You can't just spam every single houses at the start, because that would mean every single people join at the same age at the same time. But again, if you want, now there's an easier option where the fixed worker ratio, whatever your population, you have 40% of them that are available to work. Many others, like do you want predators on the map or not? And a lot of also great quality of life improvement. For example, do you want all of your storages or bazaar, when they're built, should they accept everything by default or should they accept nothing, right? You can choose. So I really like that they've added a lot of those options. We still haven't covered the biggest and most important change, but just before we get there, one last element I wanted to mention is around the soundtrack. They have also reorchestrated the soundtrack, but don't worry if you don't like it, because I will play all of my videos based on the old soundtrack. So you can watch my videos if you want the old soundtracks. The biggest changes of them all is linked to military. In the past, military in those old impression games was really RTS style. You were creating soldiers in forts. Each fort would have a number of soldiers, and when you attack, you would move, those soldiers not one by one, but fort by fort. You would move them somewhere on the map, right? You would move them on the map, which was at the time a very cool functionality, but was also very buggy, very cumbersome in my opinion, because you never knew where people would be attacking you. You would have a notification that the attack would come from the north, and then they come from the south or from the northeast, which is very far from the north type of thing, it will often be quite buggy in the sense that, you know, you put your soldiers very close to the enemy, but they wouldn't attack for some reasons. And so instead of trying to fix all of those bugs to improve this, they have actually made a bold choice that I respect to change that completely. Instead of being RTS, now it is a simulation. You still need to, you know, build your forts. You still need to wait for your forts to build soldiers. You should have towers in your cities, all those type of things. But instead of an RTS fight on the map directly, you will have a simulation outside of the map. And this simulation basically will look at how much soldiers, how much towers you have, how much the enemies has, what type they are, and then calculate the outcome of the battle. You will know how many soldiers you have lost, how many they have lost. If you win, great. If you lose, you know, your city will be pillaged, which means that they will take some money, they will destroy some buildings, but also not everything. So it's not like it's a game over type of thing, which I also really like. I know some people are going to be disappointed by that, and that's really why I wanted to share it. And again, it doesn't mean military is not there anymore, right? You definitely still need military. Military will be important, but it will not be played directly RTS style on the map. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, some of the biggest change that you can expect with Pharaoh, a new era, now that it's out. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comments if you feel I've forgotten anything, and if you're unsure to buy the game or not, it's easy, just follow the video that will appear now on the screen, because I'm covering every single mission in the game in this series. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.